This past week, I was listening to a podcast where someone asked the question, how old were you when you had seen The Wizard of Oz enough times to trust the ending? How old were you when you didn't have to stop the movie because you got scared of the flying monkeys or the Wicked Witch of the West? When you had seen it enough times to know that the movie was going to turn out all right and you didn't have to be afraid? This past week in the Presbyterian Church, we came to the ending of a liturgical church year with what we call Christ the King Sunday. It is the Sunday where we, as people of faith, proclaim that Christ ultimately is sovereign of the universe, that the ending of the larger story of which we are all a part belongs to God. Now, it's all well and good for us to say that as people of faith, but of course we do not live in the ending of the story. We live somewhere in the middle where evil still very much is alive and at work and afoot in the world, where we see forces like pain and loss, oppression, injustice, suffering, and violence all around us. It's easy to turn on the news or look around at our world and to feel a sense of despair. So on Christ the King Sunday, we remember that while these forces are real, they also do not have the final say over our world. The future ultimately belongs to God. We remember this not to let ourselves off the hook or to say, well, if God has it covered, then I don't have to do anything about it, or I don't have to be a part in building that future. We remember this because this hope and this promise of our faith gives us courage and energy to go out into such a world and to be part of what God is doing to try to help build towards that better future. Of course, it's one thing to say that, and it's another thing altogether to live like we believe it. So on Christ the King Sunday, we remember this promise, this hope that we hold for the ending of the ultimate cosmic story. And we remember the ending again and again and again, year after year, throughout the entire journey of the fullness of our lives, until hopefully we can come to the place where we can live like we believe it. This week, as we move into the beginning of a busy and often stressful holiday season, I hope that you will remember the presence of God in your own life. May that grace, mercy, and peace, these triune blessings of our triune God, be with you this week, this day, and all the days of our lives, now and forever. Amen.